Hi guys, today I'm going to read you a story. It's an older story. It was actually, the original copyright is 1972, and I remember reading this and hearing a story about this book, both when I was a little girl. And so I wanted to share it with you. It's called William's Doll, and it's about Charlotte Zolotow. I think it was a book that was a little bit maybe ahead of its time, or certainly the beginning of things to come. And it means that it kind of tells us that everyone doesn't have to be the same, and girls don't have to only do girl things, and boys don't only have to do boy things, and that everybody can be themselves. So let's read William's Doll. William wanted a doll. He wanted to hug it and cradle it in his arms. To give it a bottle and to take it to the park and to push it in the swing and to bring it back home and undress it and put it to bed. And pull down the shades and kiss it goodnight and watch its eyes closed. And then William wanted to wake it up in the morning when the sun came up. And start all over again, just as though he were its father and it were his child. A doll, said his brother. Don't be a creep. Sissy, 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 said the boy next door. How would you like a basketball? His father said. But William wanted a doll. It would have blue eyes and curly eyelashes and a long white dress and a bonnet, and when the eyes closed, they would make a little click like the doll that belonged to Nancy next door. Creepy, said his brother. Sissy, sissy, chanted the boy next door. And his father brought home a smooth, round basketball and climbed up on a ladder, and he attached a net to the garage, and he showed William how to jump as he threw the ball, and so that it went through the hoop, and it bounced down into his arms again. He practiced a lot. And he got good at it. But this had nothing to do with the doll. William still wanted one. His father brought him an electric train, and they set it up on the floor, and they made an 8 out of the tracks, and they brought in twigs from outside, and they set them in clay, and they looked like trees. And the tiny train threaded around the tracks with a clicking sound, and William made cardboard stations and tunnels and bridges, and he played with that train a lot. But he didn't stop wanting a doll to hug and to cradle and take to the park. One day, his grandmother came to visit. William showed her how he could throw the ball through the net attached to the garage outside. He showed her the electric train clacking on the tracks through the tunnel and over the bridges and around the curve until it came to a stop in front of the station William had made. She was very interested, and they went for a walk together, and William said, "But you know what I really want is a doll." "Wonderful," said his mother. "No," said William. "My brother says it will make me a creep, and the boy next door says I'm a sissy, and my father brings me other things instead." "Nonsense," says his grandmother. So she went to the store, and she chose a baby doll with curly eyelashes and a long white dress and a bonnet. And the doll had blue eyes, and when they closed, they made that clicking sound, and William loved her right away. And there's the doll, and there they are. But his father was upset. "He's a boy," he said to William's grandmother. "He has a basketball, an electric train, and a workbench and to build things with. Why does he need a doll?" William's grandmother smiled. "He needs it," she says, "to hug and to cradle and to take to the park so that when he's a father like you, he'll know how to take care of his baby and feed him and love him and bring him the other things he wants, like a doll, so that he can practice at being a father. And there's William practicing being a father. I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I do, and I will see you tomorrow.